Stick out a couple of races first, and the Albert Bartlett, a 3-mile slog round Cheltenham for these battle-hardened juveniles, and it does throw up a few greats, and it throws up a few prices as well. At Penhill, Bobsworth, you know what I mean, Harry, have all gone on to big things, and Minella Indo runs in a Gold Cup. Monkfish won it last year. That it doesn't normally go towards the top end of the market, but it does throw up horses for the future. The prices in recent years: 5 to 1, 50 to 1, 33 to 1, 16, 11, 14, 33. So no pressure on the panel. I'll read you the prices at the head of the market for the Albert Bartlett this year, and we go 6 to 1 Stattler, 7 Fakieera, 7 Torograph, 10 Barbados Bucks, 12 FAROUK D'ALENE, and 12 ALAPHILIPPE. Davy, seeing as you've ridden in it, won it, and Gordon's got a hugely strong hand in this, I'm going to come to you first. Can you just give us a line into a couple of his and where the boys in the yard would be leaning? Is it Fakieera? Would it be Torograph, or even FAROUK D'ALENE?
Yeah, well, you actually hit the nail on the head in your introduction there about you need a dour horse with loads of experience. Both Gordons have plenty of experience. Fakieera definitely is one. He's a second season novice. He was very weak horse last year. I rode him a couple of times. He was placed, jumps really well. I think to step up and trip, I think he's the horse that will appreciate to step up and trip most. Torograph is a good horse, good solid staying horse. I don't see any of them being a Monkfish or a Minella Indo, but you just never know. They're definitely big improvements, both of them. The trip won't be a problem. Conditions won't be a problem in either sense, as long as they're not extremes. So they're two good, solid horses, but it is a very, very wide open race, and really, I couldn't pin my colours to the mast.
Bill, do you think, I see Stattler head to the market here, but I don't really think this was always the plan, was it, for him? You know, is it? I know he's the favourite, but does it feel like an afterthought that he's not quite the 2.5 miler and he's a bit slower and they go here?
Yeah, well, I think he was the kind of, he ran in the 2 mile 6 race at the Dublin Racing Festival, so they probably had half an eye on this. I mean, he ran all the way to the line. The eye catcher there was definitely Fakieera, who Davy mentioned, who's quite battle hardened and had plenty of goes. I like that. I like the fact that he's had loads of goes. I like the fact that whether they try headgear and they straighten him up, and I think he's the one. The thing with the Albert Bartlett is that someone once said to me, start at the bottom, try find the ones you don't think are going to win, and they're normally the ones that win it. And that's the kind of race it is. It's very hard to get a lid on. There's horses there who've had plenty of goes that just seem to come to their own over this extended distance. It's a brutal test. Fakieera is the one towards the top of the market for me. And, the Irish horse like Streets of Doyen is 25 to 1. He's a good horse. I'm
going to jump in there because in the last couple of days, there's been little nibbles around him. The one real horse I've noticed at prices, and Streets of Doyen's been back from 33 into 20 with us. He beat Flooring Porter early in the season. I don't know John McConnell well. Davey, you might have more of a line into him than us, but he needs to be raised, that horse, just because of the money we've seen for him.
Well, the thing about him is that he's had 13 goes. He's had loads of experience, and then he's won his last 3 or 4. He's won at Cheltenham. He's won over 3 miles. He just seems to be getting better. And on paper, it looked like he'd need to improve again, but he's 25 to 1, so he could run well. But I go Fakieera and Streets of Doyen as a bit of an each way squeak.
Billy, takes some winning, doesn't it, this race?
Yeah, it does. We've got one horse in there called Bothwell Bridge. And I had a bet with one of the lads last year. I said, we bet a chocolate bar that he would run in the Albert Bartlett. And he said he's never going to run the Albert Bartlett. He wants shorter. Anyway, he was second in 2 bumpers last year. And I always thought he wanted a trip. And then we run him over 2 mile 3 and 2 mile 4. And he won his first novice, his hurdle race comfortably enough, and then bumped into Brave Man's Game and got beaten well enough by Brave Man's Game, but shaped very much like a stayer. So we will see him out Sunday at Hereford over 3 miles 1, and all going well, and he comes out of that race well, and it goes according to plan. you may well see him line up there. And I think if we do, then obviously things have gone to plan. And he could be a big price for a horse going there.
He's 50-1, so get on, and it will be gone because he runs tomorrow. So hopefully he'll be 6 and you're on now. But the question on everyone's lips, Billy, is should he run in the Albert Bartlett? What are we talking of? Are you a Boost guy or Snickers or Toffee Crisp? Like what chocolate bar will you be demanding delivered to the front door?
I'm a big fan of a Galaxy.
Galaxy. Got a Galaxy Ripple or just straight Galaxy?
Straight up Galaxy.
Right, great. Okay, Alistair.
This day and age now, Billy, that's a feminine sort of a bar.
I think it's a party, David.
I actually thought you'd be a bit more of a Yorkie kind of a guy.
Oh dear, biscuit and raisin Yorkie.
On the wrong side of 30 now, you know.
Alistair, the Albert Bartlett, the floor is yours.
Alistair, what kind of chocolate are you into?
Yeah.
From Yorkie to Porky.
I bet he's into white chocolate.
I'm not a chocolate man. Don't do chocolate. I quite like Streets of Diane. John McConnell's had cracking year at Cheltenham. I think 3
Very
wins.
good year. Well, if it's strain now, I wouldn't.
I would, you know,
straining ability.
I have neither interest or knowledge in what wins the Albert Bartlett. It's just the least slow one wins the potato race. But I'm interested in this enormous wager on the chocolate front from Billy. We can't spell his his surname. That's interesting, Ronna. Yeah, okay. But I'm Streets of Diane, man.
Streets of Diane, Bothwell Bridge for you. Bill.
Yeah, I'll go Fakiera, but Streets of Diane each way.
Billy. I'm sorry, Billy. Davy of the two.
Yeah, I'm going to stick
Three.
with Gardens too. I wouldn't mind having the two of them.
And I am going to put up ALAPHILIPPE, hopefully named after the great French cyclist, as you now know, Alistair Julien Alaphilippe. That's the Albert Bartlett. Good luck whatever you're back. Hopefully you're back a winner and you can double down on the Gold Cup, which is about to come up.